Bom, hoje nós vamos conversar um pouco mais de um assunto que nós temos tratado muito aqui na Record News, que é a questão da dependência de drogas de uma maneira geral. Nós já convidamos aqui especialistas de várias origens, falando a respeito de drogas. Trouxemos pessoas que fizeram análise da Cracolândia em São Paulo, que falaram também da legislação que existe no Brasil e até mesmo daquela polêmica, se as pessoas que são drogadas, são dependentes químicas, devem ou não ser internadas compulsoriamente, obrigatoriamente. É um amplo leque de pessoas que falam a respeito desse assunto e como é um assunto não só nacional, brasileiro, mas é um assunto global, nós temos hoje aqui um representante da Índia, que é professor de yoga, fundador da chamada Kripa Foundation, e ele é, então, o nosso convidado de hoje, o Padre Joe Pereira. Padre Joe, thank you for coming here in Record News.
Thank you.
Padre Joe, what is exactly the GRIP Foundation? What the GRIP Foundation does?
Kripa is the word called, it means in Sanskrit, grace, God's grace.
Ah, yeah, in Sanskrit.
Gratia, okay?
Okay.
And this is an organization that we started.
The correct pronunciation is GRIPA?
Kripa.
Kripa.
K-R-I-P-A, Kripa
Yeah.
Foundation.
Okay.
And we started this in 1981. It was by the inspiration of Mother Teresa, because there were a lot of drug addicts and alcoholics who were hitting the streets, and Mother did not know how to handle them.
Yeah,
So I took them, and that's how Kripa began.
yeah.
And we came to realize that people were addicted to alcohol and drugs, and that is why they lost everything in life. So we had to get them back to society, back to life, had to restructure their personalities and love them back into society. And so that is why Kripa began. It was an organization that started with the street addicts. Today it has spread all over the world. We have 75 centers in
75 all over the world.
in India
In India.
and 10 collaborative centers all over the world.
Okay. Is there anyone in Brazil?
I'm beginning one, but not yet started.
Ah, okay.
I am making an effort
Ah, okay.
to bring Kripa Foundation Iyengar Yoga in Brazil.
In Brazil.
I have prepared about, I would say, definitely one person I have prepared. And I would think of starting a program like that in Brazil.
Okay, but is this GRIPA Foundation close to the Catholic Church?
I am a Catholic priest.
Yes.
And so this whole program is the program created by the Catholic Church, because I am the consultant for the Archdiocese of Bombay for alcohol and drug abuse. And Kripa Foundation is called the Archdiocesan Program for Drug and Alcohol. Every diocese, we are in 16 dioceses and archdioceses in India.
Yeah.
And they are the patrons, the bishop is the patron.
Yeah.
But we are not only Catholic. We have staff and patients that are of all different religions. And yoga has been a very special input for healing. See, we follow the Alcoholics Anonymous program. But the Alcoholics Anonymous program has psychospirituality, which is good. It has psychosocial dimension, the I-thou relationship. But there is no body in it. The body is missing. In the East, we have a lot to do with the body. Spirituality is all about the body. And therefore, we brought in to the recovery program what we call the psychosomatics, soma meaning the body. And Iyengar Yoga is a therapeutic yoga. It teaches us how to love your body back to life. It teaches us how to move from the periphery to the center, from the sympathetic nervous system
Yeah.
to the central nervous system, via the autonomous nervous system. And this is only Iyengar Yoga that teaches, because BKS Iyengar has put together very deeply scientific principles. We have done a lot of research on this. We also use this for the World Community for Christian Meditation. And we have I have a DVD which explains
Yeah.
how to do this.
Yeah.
When you work with your body, you work with the right brain, not the left brain hemisphere, but the right brain hemisphere. And the right brain hemisphere is the same as contemplative prayer. So World Community for Christian Meditation, when they were talking about contemplative prayer, John Main and Father Lawrence Freeman, who's doing programs in Brazil,
Yeah.
when they talk about meditation, we look at meditation as being able to have an impact in the brain. If you go to church and you pray and you're thinking, your left brain is
Yeah,
working.
but may I ask you, but meditation, is there a physical impact in the brain? Is it scientifically proved?
It is more and more.
More
now,
and more.
Now it is more and more being confirmed that you can drop your body metabolism.
Yeah.
You can make it hypometabolic, which means slowing down the breath, slowing down the heart rate, and slowing down the brain waves. From beta, if you can bring your brain waves to the alpha and to the gamma and to the epsilon, scientifically you can record it.
Yeah.
The body never tells lies.
But when you are talking about meditation, is to sit down in front of a wall and to look at the wall?
No.
No.
Meditation is all about coming to allow the Spirit of God within us to take control. But we are being controlled by our ego. So meditation helps us to bypass the ego and to allow the indwelling Spirit of the risen Jesus, the risen Lord, to take over. So that is what has to happen in all spirituality. We operate with our own mind, thinking, and with our own will. You know, Bill W. of the Alcoholics Anonymous, co-founder, he said addiction is self-will running riot. Now what we do is, and Jesus said, you know, that if you wish to be my disciple, deny yourself, take up your cross and follow me. This is yoga. For me, Jesus is my supreme yogi.
So may I ask you, so may I say that there is no contradiction between yoga and the Christian religion?
Not at all. Yoga,
No.
no, it's a science.
It's a science.
It's
not
a science.
Yoga is not a religion.
Not at all. But some use it, mistakenly use it for a religion.
Yeah.
So when yoga came to the West, Swami Vivekananda brought yoga, and he put it across to everybody as a way of life, as a lifestyle. It influences your body, mind, and your belief. Now, belief can be any belief, but it has to be a God of your understanding. Now, because some people who wanted to, let's say, market Hinduism, they used yoga to market Hinduism. That is not right. This science is today accepted by the Harvard Medical School, Stanford Medical School, and they are seeing that body-mind medicine is best found in yogic teachings. Patanjali Yoga Sutras spoke about yoga bringing the mind to stillness, chitta vritti nirodha, stopping the chatter of the mind. When Mother Teresa, I was preaching retreats to Mother Teresa's sisters, and she was a little wondering, how can we learn yoga? I said, Mother, your sisters get up at 4:30 in the morning. At 5 o'clock they are in the chapel praying, and all of them are sleeping. So she said, yes. So can you not help the person coming before God to be fully present? That is yogic way to bring the body to stillness. And today there are medical benefits. We are using this for attention deficit disorder.
Okay.
We are using it for youth.
Yeah.
The youth today, see, many of the youth all over the world were turned off from organized religion. So they came to the East to learn meditation because they are thirsting for something that is the answer to their soul. And in meditation, in this kind of meditation, they learn how to not work on reactive living. You know, somebody presses your button, you react. No, you learn to be above the senses, above the mind. And that is a quality of being. We have it, but nobody teaches. We have universities from kindergarten to PhDs. We are only jogging our left brain.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody teaches us how to do the right brain.
Okay.
And this is all about right brain.
Father Pereira, chemical dependency today is a kind of a world disease.
Chemical dependency is not just one, it's a one kind of addiction.
One kind of.
Addiction is an explosion in the world today.
Yeah.
There is drug addiction, chemical
Yeah,
dependency,
yes.
alcohol and drugs, sex, gambling, power addiction. All people who are in a position of honor, they want
Yeah.
power. Then we are talking about even God addiction. All this religious fundamentalism is a God addiction. Marx said religion becomes an opium of the people. So addiction is a broad perspective. And sometimes there are more dangerous things that
Yeah.
are being done by other addictions than by drug addiction.
Yes, because when we talk about addiction, we generally we call it what chemical
Yeah, chemical dependency.
dependency.
That is a very special category of addiction where the body gets hooked to a chemical. Now this has three factors.
Yeah.
One is a genetic predisposition.
Yeah.
That whoever gets this suffering, this addiction, not the first in his family, his father's, mother's side, there must be somebody who had it. But he did not know that he has that chemical predisposition. The second thing is behavior choices. Freud talked about overstaying of the infantile psyche. So we give children whatever they want. So if you get whatever you want, after some time, if you don't get what you want, then you go to the chemical that you like. And then the environment. Today, there is an explosion of self-gratification. You have pubs, you have rave parties, you have all kinds of internet, you
Yeah.
have pornography.
Yeah.
The biggest addiction is pornography.
Yeah, sure.
So people are getting more and more drawn by their self-gratification. But the call of all faith and all spirituality is not self-gratification, but self-denial.
But may I say also that chemical drugs like cocaine, like crack today, you can buy it all over the world.
Yes. There are two problems about chemical dependency.
Yeah.
One is the supply reduction. Now, you know and I know
Yeah.
that there are governments that are running on drug mafia. So if you try to put prohibition, if you try to control, you and I are chickens. We can do nothing. Even governments are helpless. But what we can do is demand reduction. We can work on the human being. If you give the human being an understanding that this is not a chemical solution, it is a human solution. And the human solution is this, that the drug does not come to me. I go to the drug. So let's learn how not to go to the drug.
What do you think about a country like Uruguay, that there they liberated, for instance, marijuana for everybody?
Yes.
What do you think about this?
I think there has been this thinking in the world. It started with the Scandinavian countries. Then it is now almost in United States, but it is not really openly acknowledged as in Uruguay.
Yeah.
Because people think today that marijuana is only a weed, it's not a drug.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it is a drug.
It's a drug.
Yes. And therefore, as much as tobacco, which is not a drug, it's a substance, the kind of damage tobacco is doing today,
Yeah.
is perhaps much more than road accidents.
Yes, you have so many people.
Exactly. And marijuana is going to have the same effect on the young people. After 10 years or 20 years,
Yeah.
our young people will be not as alert as they should be. The after effects
Because of marijuana.
marijuana. So they will destroy their minds. They will destroy their bodies.
Yeah.
But it is a gradual process.
Someone here in Brazil say that the marijuana is the first step. Then you go to the second step, that is cocaine, and the third step, that's crack. And
I call marijuana the gateway drug.
the gate?
The gateway drug.
Yeah.
It opens the gateway
Yeah.
for drugs.
So the drugs.
It is. And it is found in different countries in different forms. We get it in India, it's called charas and ganja, very common. There is
yeah.
a festival
Yeah.
when they used ganja for the feast once in a year, but many people get. And then adulteration. Do our people get pure drugs? They don't. What is crack? Crack is adulterated cocaine.
Yeah.
In India, smack is adulterated heroin.
Oh, yeah.
So we have got street children, 10 years old people, 8-year-old boys.
But is this kind of drug very cheap as crack is in Brazil?
Yes,
Yes.
very cheap.
Very cheap.
Street drugs, street drugs.
So poor people can buy it.
Yes, they sell plastic and they buy drugs. They sell anything on the road and they buy drugs. So we are looking, if you look only at the substance, you feel very disheartened. But you have to look at the people. We get the richest of the rich and the poorest of the poor who are addicted.
So what can we do all together, government and the religion and the school and parents? What can we do for this?
Lifestyle change. There has to be a lifestyle program where you put in certain love for life, which is a good program for your well-being. Today, because of all the kind of easy food that is available, the kind of food people are eating today is destroying their health. So it's as bad as drugs. So you have to have a good lifestyle, to have a good diet, good habit of exercise. Today, hospitals are getting people whom they should not get because they have neglected their health. They have never exercised. A lot of heart problems are coming because of that.
Yeah.
And therefore, last but not the least, you must have some form of connectivity with God. If there is no spirituality, nothing happens. The ultimate answer is love. Why do we go into addictions? Addiction is an I-it relationship. We are born for love. And Martin Buber said, love is an I-thou relationship. When these people don't find love, they choose an it, anything. It can be drugs, sex, gambling, pornography, power, religion, anything. When you find love, you find God and you find meaning in life. That's the answer. The answer is not sociological.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, I
existential.
understand. Yeah.
The answer is existential. We have lost the meaning of who we are. So like Socrates, we have to say, know thyself. And in yoga, we are precisely made to come to identify with your true being. St. Augustine said, noverim me, ut noverim te. When I come to know myself, Lord, I will come to know you. All this is beautifully done in a program of recovery, which I think is not only for drug addicts and alcoholics. It should be a national program, it should be a global program. And that is what I come to different countries to tell them that it's beautiful to be alive.
Sure.
But you know, it is a tragedy. Henry Cardinal Newman said,
Yeah.
don't be afraid that you're going to die, but be afraid that when the time comes for you to die, you will wake up to the realization that you have never lived. addiction and all kinds of pleasure-oriented activities are taking us away from life. And so what we are wanting to do is to bring a whole new program, not only for the Alcoholics Anonymous, not only for the World Community for Christian Meditation. See, World Community for Christian Meditation has brought meditation as a powerful means to bring all faith together. The Dalai Lama is with us. Yes, he's with us, the World Community of Christian Meditation. He does programs for us. Even in London, the Archbishop of Canterbury, he also is with us. So it's an open faith. Meditation, John Main, who started this practice, said meditation creates community.
Okay. Father Joseph Pereira, thank you very much. I think that we are very happy to have you with us and talking about the human being, above all, the human being. And this is a very good opportunity to be better.
Thank you so much.
God gave us this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you.